When you in your 20s, you're in the era of experimentation and you test and try. The very first time I traveled to your beautiful country, Kenya, I was speaking at the KICC and I was in my early 20s. I think I was 24 or 23 at the time. It was a very, very different country back then. Very, very different. There had just been some political contestation. You could see the ferment of what was happening on the ground and a new generation coming into driving the levers of power, even in this country. And I remember that time very, very vividly, very vividly. And today, 20 years later, give or take, it's a very different place. So I've been asking myself the question, what does my legacy look like? And what will our legacy, each of us, look like? So here are some notes for us then. First, what is your appetite for pain? Question I want you to write down if you can. What is your appetite for pain? What is your appetite for pain? Most people who talk about pain being a tolerance. They talk about pain being a tolerance. But I'm not of the view that pain is a function of tolerance. I think pain is a function of appetite. And let me explain it. If the generation of liberators who ended the terrible strife that was colonization here in Kenya had a tolerance for pain, they would have done what they needed to do just to survive. But that's not what they did. They did what needed to get done for what they believed was justice, which is to say, even though they knew there would be pain, they wanted it. They hungered for it. They had an appetite for it. If you work in a large organization, you'll know what I'm talking about. When large companies go through periods of transition, those periods of transition are filled with turmoil, and so there is a tolerance for pain. But if you leave a company and start your business, you don't have a tolerance for pain, you have an appetite for it. You seek it, you look for it, you hunger for it. You do the thing that constantly flexes you at the seams of discomfort. At the seams of discomfort. It's easy, by the way, to tell what your appetite for pain is. You just have a look at your Monday to Friday calendar and you can see for yourself how much appetite for pain you actually have. If it looks routine and repetitive, guided by scheduled events, then your appetite for pain is typically low. As I've gotten older, one of the things I'm noticing is that my appetite for pain is beginning to diminish. And so I'm having to train me to stay hungry, looking for pain. Looking for pain. So first, what is your appetite for pain? Second, who are you building with? Not what are you building? Because that question is secondary. Primary question is with whom are you building? With whom are you building? The generation that we are soon to take over from, in my country, and I imagine it to be the same for yours as well, was a generation of people who built for themselves by themselves. But we are a connected generation, demons. Now notice the question, it's what are my demons, not who. Because some of us, please God, Margaret from next door, strike her down, Yasha Patavasha. Strike her down, my Lord. Listen. I have come to learn, and take this with the humility that I can say this. I have come to learn the hard way that even the people that offend me are me. I'm going to say that again, I'll say it slower. Even the people that offend me are me. Because if they were not me, the thing they are saying or doing would not offend me. It would be like if you called me short and fat. I'm tall, not fat, and more than marginally good looking. And so the thing you say would be so disconnected from the truth, it wouldn't resonate, it wouldn't harm me. So the question I'm asking is, As we go out into the world, especially young people, and you're seeking validation and gratification, recognize that that is a demon you are dealing with. The demon of thinking the applause of people should dictate your path.